Alright, so, hi, welcome back to the Scrapbook Podcast. If it's your first time tuning in, welcome, enjoy your stay. If you're returning, welcome, enjoy your stay. You're real cute for coming back.
Real cute.
I'm your host, Skully.
And on this episode, I'm gonna be Kronk. There's no rhyme or reason to it, I just feel like Kronk today.
Alright. Hello, Kronk.
Hi, Yzma. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Was it Yzma?
No, but I do have the body as one. I am.
An old woman.
Exactly.
6 foot.
If you're returning,
3.
you'll get that joke.
Dunking on them grandchildren.
But yeah, today's episode, first off, we'll be talking about drugs.
Drugs.
So if you're not really into drugs, skip along. We'll be talking about something more interesting later on. But for our first topic, we will be talking about our own experiences. So yeah, let's get started.
All right.
Drugs.
Drugs, yes. I've heard of those.
Which ones have you done?
Not all of them. I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I really hope you haven't done all of them.
I haven't been counting which ones. I don't like 3 different kinds of drugs I've done.
I mean, you can name them. You don't have to count them.
For legal purposes, this is all a joke. The devil's cabbage, I've done that. From that, I've gone to LSD, done that twice.
Okay.
I've taken changa, which is like a form of DMT.
That's herbal, right? All herbs?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. All of them have. Well, LSD is not an herb.
No, changa. Like
Changa.
it's strictly herbs.
Yes. You brew them in something, then you put something out.
You take out your cauldron, you just stir it like a witch. You gotta
You make a
cackle
ritual,
like one too.
Yeah. You say something, you repeat something with good intention into it for good trips, I think that's about it. I'm not very adventurous. Well, I also don't have access here where I'm at.
I mean, I'm sure if you find your person, you have access to most of them.
I haven't found my person.
There you go.
Ah, damn it.
As for me, I don't think I've done many.
What have you done?
Devil's lettuce.
Interesting.
Also LSD, only once though.
Mm.
I think like a quarter of Molly. Just didn't really do much. Also changa,
Mm-hmm.
changa.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. That's about it.
All right.
I think. Yeah, that's about it.
What was what forms of the devil's cabbage have you done? And which one would you say is your favorite out of the forms that you have done it?
Oh well, the flower, obviously. Bud, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Edibles. Those are the only 2 forms. Isn't it? Oh no. Also, yeah, wax. Not off a rig, but kind of like just crumbled it into the joint and wrapped it around a blunt.
Dabs are also.
I've only done it once, but that was at a shop. I don't do them. You know.
Right.
You don't have the facilities for that, big man.
I see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was your edible experience like? Oh, do you remember your first edible experience?
Yeah. Slightly.
Slightly.
Slightly. So.
Not surprised.
Yeah. My first experience with edibles was at school, in high school. But I think I was in 10th grade.
Wow.
10th grade?
Sophomore.
If I remember. I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's 10th grade. No, it was actually 9th grade. I take that back.
Freshman year?
Yeah, it was 9th grade.
Shit.
And it was towards the end of the school year where, well, at least in our school, towards the end, everybody would just walk around.
Right. Oh yeah. It's around the time where you've already basically passed all your classes. You're just there to hang out or finish up to pass the class.
Practically, yeah, pretty much. There's no work done.
You're watching movies the whole day.
Yeah. So I was doing exactly that, just walking around. And I saw a couple of my friends playing soccer in the field. And I walked up to them. I joined them in a round or two. And at the end, one of my friends just took out a little gray Ziploc bag. And he offered me candy. And at that point, I didn't really know what drugs were.
Wait, what kind of candy?
Gay bacon strips.
Ah, Airhead Extremes.
Yeah. So yeah, he offered me that, and I I knew nothing about drugs. I don't know what edibles were. So I think he gave me 2, and 30 minutes after, I sat down at a bench, and as soon as I sat down, everything became colorful.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing. That's all I remember. The sky was so vivid. The colors were so bright. Sepia? Is that a...
Yeah, it's like yellow tint to it.
That's exactly what I saw. Yeah, I saw that exactly. And 15 minutes after that, a friend started talking to me, but I had my eyes closed. I could not lift them for the life of me.
Oh no!
So I think after lunch was over, which I was walking, and then in between that, lunch started. Mm-hmm. So after lunch started, I had to go to class because I had to pass it. I was also a geek, a nerd. I needed to go to my class, and during the walk there, it felt like forever because I was getting dragged by.
You couldn't walk on your own?
I couldn't open my eyes, so I didn't know where I was headed.
Oh no!
So I was getting dragged by somebody. I'm assuming a friend or an ex, maybe. I think it was an ex, or both, whatever. And I arrived at my classroom, and that's where I forget.
You just walked into the classroom with an authority figure in there? I would have stayed outside of the classroom. What a nerd.
I just had to go inside.
What subject was it that you had to
French.
pass? Oh,
we had to pass it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to. Yeah, that was my first experience. Oh, and then I got home and I slept for like 12 hours.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. Would you want to relive that again?
No, because I didn't really remember.
Have you had any good edible experiences?
Any good ones? I feel like they're all the same. It's
How?
like sometimes I overdo it, sometimes I underdo it. There's never that fine medium in the middle. I have to find my dosage, my right dosage. I haven't. Yeah, I don't. For edibles, that is. I don't know my right dosage.
I don't either.
But do you remember your first edible experience?
I do remember my first. I believe mine was also freshman year, but either somewhere in the middle or towards the end. There was this guy who would always just supply me with random stuff. He'd just be like, "Here," and I'd be like, "All right, awesome, thanks." And he handed me, I believe it was a cookie, and I ate it like towards the end of walking home.
Wait, you ate the entire cookie?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man, okay.
I used to walk home at that time, so I was walking home with one of my friends, and I don't think he knew, but I ate it, and we just started walking home, and I would go to Huntington Park every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and it was one of those days where I spent time with my mom and my aunt, and we were at Food for Less, and that's, like, as soon as we got to a certain aisle, I just remember it completely hitting. Like, the reality of just me being like, oh shit, I'm high in front of my family. Well, are they gonna know? Like, am I fucked? Are they gonna talk to me? And everything just started to become slow motion. I could hear my name being called, my real name, from my mom. And it just felt like every time frame...
I would hope it's your real name. Your mom just yelled Kronk.
Kronk!
Kronk!
Pull the lever! Everything was like freeze frame and just like being dragged out. Every frame. And I was tripping. And I don't remember the rest. I just remember getting home and taking a fat nap.
A fat nap.
Which was normal for me then, because I would nap all the time. So they didn't suspect a thing, and I got away with it, and it was awesome.
Nice, okay.
Yeah, for legal purposes, this is all a story.
Only a story.
But I do it again.
Do you usually green out? For those who don't know what greening out is, when you consume too much THC and your body just starts fighting it, and that's when you just puke or knock out.
Yeah, you overdo it and your body's trying to take it out of you. Like, why would you do this?
Yeah, but once you puke, you feel completely fine.
Yeah, you could take a nap after and then you feel great. So you asked me if I green out often?
Yes.
No, I'd say I've probably only greened out a handful of times. The first time I remember ever greening out was my first time ever having a blunt. One of my friends that I hadn't talked to in a long time just hit me up.
Was this a normal blunt?
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay.
Wait, what does that mean?
Like just Your blunt paper, weed, nothing wrapped around it, nothing you said.
Yeah, no wax, no.
Oh wow, okay.
It wasn't laced. I saw the whole process.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
There's no tobacco. She like did it all in front of me. She mixed 2 different strains. The only one I remember is Gorilla Glue. I don't know what the other one was, but I remember like not even halfway, probably a quarter of the way of the blunt, and I started to feel it so hard. I was like looking out and I was like, oh shit, I'm fucking sent. And she was like, are you okay? And I was like, I think so. And then I saw in the distance, because we were like at a park just fucking hotboxing her car, we had a view of the like riverbank, and there was a sunset and it flashed from reality to looking like a cartoon, and I was like tripping really bad, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna panic. And I hadn't smoked without Skully here for a while, so I was like, oh shit, what if I am being laced? Like, I was tripping because I didn't know.
Having a bad trip over.
I was.
All right.
And she noticed, so she was like, hey, we can go get you a milkshake and then I can take you home if you want. And I was like, alright. I was like in the parking lot of Jack in the Box, fucking trying to scoop up their thick ass milkshake. It's great, but goddamn, the straw doesn't work at all. Yeah, I was breaking my fucking.
Straining your throat, just trying to. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of a McFlurry spoon. Before you,
first time.
Yeah, before you figure out it's not a straw. That's what I was doing. I was like scooping it out, and I was like, you're gonna have to take me home. I got home. I like said hello to my parents that were in the living room.
Oof.
Went straight to my room, probably
rough.
Smelling disgusting probably. And then I laid down on my bed. I was playing this one show when it first came out on Netflix. It was like
Pinky and the Dinosaur. What?
It's a Netflix original.
Oh, okay.
I forgot what it's called.
Cupcake.
Yeah. Cupcake and Dino.
There you go.
Yeah. I was watching that, and I don't know. It felt like it was talking directly to me. I heard my name being called from the TV, and I had to call my brother to calm me down. A week prior to this, he had called me because he had taken too many hits from his pen, and his wife needed help calming him down.
Speaking of pen, you want to tell the people?
For legal purposes, this is not the truth, but I may be under the influence of the devil's cabbage via a pen.
Yes, there you go. Just in case you say something dumb.
Or I sound very relaxed. I am. But yeah, I called him and I was like, hey, I need your help to calm me down. He calmed me down. Then he called my other brother that I live with, and he was like, help her out. He came in, he saw me puking. He was like, this is what you fucking get. And you want to keep doing this, huh? And I said, yes, sir. And then he closed the door on me, and I basically knocked out after that.
Good trip.
Yeah. It's terrifying.
Feel bad for your friend.
Oh, yeah. She was like, I don't want you to think that I laced it. And I was like, that's exactly what I was thinking, but thank you for thinking.
That's always when a friend grings out, it's like, I'm a babysitter now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she put so much work into that, too. I probably ruined it for her.
Fuck.
I felt bad. I was like, might as well not, like, let her take care of me. Like, that's already too much. Yeah. I'm just gonna go on my own, take care of myself.
As for me, I don't typically green out, right? But by taking too much THC, I green out when I smoke sativa at night.
At night?
Yeah, that's when and I'm alone also. So if I'm alone, smoke sativa at night, I start to panic, I start to see shadow figures.
Oh shit.
And I'm just not having a good time, and towards like an hour into it, so I kind of force myself to puke because my mind is just spinning. Like, let me just feel better. If I puke, I'm gonna just relax after that.
And does it actually help you?
Definitely, yeah. Puking definitely helps. I'm not encouraging puking, but if you are greening out and if you want an instant relief, that is one method.
I projectile vomited that day, the edible day. I mean, the blunt day.
You want to tell them a story?
Oh shit.
About our marathon puking?
Yeah, that was fun.
What did we do?
We had gotten a muffin. It was
an edible, right.
1,000.
It was, yeah, 1,000.
1,000 milligrams muffin.
Yeah, because we had a.
Yeah.
It takes tiny slits
We
out
split
of
it in 4, thinking that would be enough. I don't know what 1,000 divided by 4 is, but it was not.
Big mistake.
It was a big mistake for us.
Yeah, and we weren't avid smokers, so this was a lot.
It was. We overdosed ourselves. We took a quarter each of the muffin, thinking that would be fine. It tasted pretty good to me. It had chocolate chips inside the muffin. It was amazing.
I hate edibles. I've only had one cookie that tastes like a dessert. All other edibles taste like you're chewing on weed.
That's true.
It's so disgusting.
That's very true. I remember that one being good though.
I don't. I remember almost puking. That's how bad it was.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We split it in 4.
We took a quarter each.
We're dumbasses. Yeah.
We waited a while. I don't know if we were watching anything.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember either. I just remember the next part was you and I. You were on your bed. I was on the floor. But we were still. I think we were like reaching for each other, making sure we were okay.
Yeah. Reaching for each other's hands.
And then I kept my vision. It kept making me feel like I was growing gigantic. And then when I was like looking at my hand reaching towards you, I was so small I couldn't reach you. I was very tiny. So that was tripping me out. My size, gauging my own size. And I was very nauseous. I was heckin' dizzy. I was like, oh no, we overdid it. What was your side of it?
My side, I was just laying on the floor looking at the ceiling. I have popcorn ceiling, you know. So it was looking kind of funky, but I was seeing stripes through it, and I had a head change. I definitely had a head change where my head felt huge but light, and also that nauseous feeling. Yeah. But at one point, we both started puking at the same time.
Before we did, we both were like at that point where we knew it was inevitable.
Oh no, yeah, we both knew it was bad.
So
yeah,
I told Skully here, I was like, go get garbage bags for each of us because I know we're gonna need it. He went to the kitchen. As soon as he brought it back, I shoved my head in one, and I think we both waited. We waited to see who would go first, who would start off the race, and the guns went off, and then I think it was me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I started. And go ahead if you want to describe what happens after once we start.
Okay, so she started puking into the bag, and immediately after I had that feeling of puking. So I started puking into the bag, and when I started puking, she had stopped, but she heard me puke. Yep. So she started puking again.
We kept making each other just dry heave and just begin projectile vomiting.
So at one point we've been puking for like 10 minutes straight. And we hadn't stopped, so we just kept looking at each other and making stupid jokes.
We made jokes at the expense that we were gonna lose weight because of puking so much. So it became a competition to see who was gonna puke the most and lose, quote unquote, the most weight.
Exactly. Like, oh, Rebecca, I'm losing so much weight today.
And I think I don't know who stopped first. But whoever did was crowned the skittiest queen.
Disclaimer.
We don't condone bulimia, any form of body hate.
Yeah, we hope you get help if you do have any of these issues. But yeah, that was a great time, I'm not gonna lie. It was an experience.
It was.
We made light fun out of it.
Yeah, we could have been grumps, but we were still trying to survive it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised we didn't get caught. Cause we were puking up a fucking storm. My room, oh my god, reeked of just bile and vomit.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
So yeah, surprisingly we didn't get caught. But that being my segue, have you been caught before?
I've never been caught in the process of. Actually, that's changed as of recently.
Look, oh, you're right.
So I'll just go to the first time anything was discovered, and that was a couple years ago, a year or two ago. My mother found my grinder on the windowsill of my room. It says, "How you doing?" From friends, not from Wendy Williams, but "How you doing?" Also, she found it and she confronted me about it. She was like, "Hey, I closed your window because it was cold. And I found this. Can you explain what this is?" And I was like, "Oh, it's nothing." She was like, "It smells like herbs." And I was like, "It is herbs."
Oh, so you just blatantly admitted it. You weren't hiding it?
I mean, no. I didn't think she would go through to my room because I didn't think.
So it was a surprise attack by her.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So she was like, "It smells like herbs." I said, "It is herbs." I didn't disclose what kind of herbs, and then she was like, "Is this marijuana?" And I was like, "Yes." And then she asked me why I did it. I explained my reason, and she cried, and then I cried, and then she was like, "Don't do anything stupid." Then I stopped because I felt guilty for like 5 days, and then I went back. Yeah. What about you? Oh, and the most recent time I was taking a couple hits inside the back of a car, and a parent walked up behind the car, and I put it out on my shoe, and I walked out the car and walked away. It's terrifying. Have you ever been caught?
Yes, I have, but I wasn't really hiding it per se. Like out of respect, I wouldn't do it inside the home. But my mom had her suspicions, so she asked me, and I straight up told her, "Yeah, I do." She would ask me why. You know, I told her my reasons. She just told me to stop, so I told her, "Sure, I'll stop." I lied to her. I still continued for a good minute, a good while. But recently, that same story you just said, we were smoking together in my car. We parked in front of the driveway because we were feeling ballsy that day. I was feeling ballsy that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so my mother left home to, do her stuff, and that's when she caught us. But she told me she wouldn't have figured it out if Krog here didn't leave the car.
Really?
Yes.
What? This is news to me. Is it because I opened it that the smell went out or something?
Got caught red-handed.
Well, I'm not gonna blame myself for that situation, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's how we both got caught.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, I haven't been caught.
For those people that get to light one up with their parents, they're God's favorite.
How does it feel to be so special? Being friends with your actual parents must feel nice.
For real.
Must feel nice.
Probably no trauma.
Fuck. Okay. Are there any other types of drugs you would want to do? Pause. Did you know I just figured out weed is in the same class as heroin?
What do you mean?
Because legally there's different classes of drugs like heroin, crystal, and there's like tiers to it. I believe weed is like top tier where feds don't even deem it as the devil.
They don't?
They deem it as the devil.
They deem it?
Mm-hmm. It's as bad as like hard drugs.
Why?
I do not know.
They're missing out is what they're...
Like you can smoke recreationally, you can't shoot up recreationally. What the fuck is that?
And they're in the same category?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Besides my tangent, yeah, are there any type of drugs, other drugs you would want to experience?
I really want to try shrooms.
Little mushrooms?
I want to try shrooms so bad.
Okay.
And eventually, like, after the age of 25, ayahuasca.
After 25?
That's when my brain is finished developing.
Oh, okay. You don't want to damage your brain?
Not damage it, but just see if I can alter it afterwards.
Oh, okay. Why not alter it during the process of it growing?
Ooh, I don't know. Is there a certain age that you have to be?
It's drugs.
Well, I don't know if it's I don't know if there's like any science behind whether.
The people, scientists, doctors, or whatever, they recommend not smoking after the age of 25.
After?
Mm-hmm. After your brain stops developing, because it does slow you down mentally, apparently, quote unquote, apparently, whatever.
If I'm able to do ayahuasca whenever, then yeah, I'll do it. I don't know if any other one.
Okay.
LSD trips are so fun.
What was your experience on that?
Ooh, the first time was the day before Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I took it on a limb randomly, and it was only half a tab.
Gel. It was gel.
Maybe like a
whatever.
quarter.
Yeah, we couldn't really gauge it because it was like a little sludge ball.
Yeah, I just put it under my tongue, and I waited and I waited and I waited for like a while. It hit the person that shared it. It hit him first, because he was looking at his hands, and he said that that's what he does to determine whether he's feeling it. I didn't have any meter like that, so
now I understand though.
So I was just waiting for something, and I was also drinking, and then I needed to use the restroom, so I sat down. As soon as I sat down, I was staring at the wall in front of me, and it started to morph and like kind of liquefy in front of me. It looked like liquid moving, and I was like, oh shit, I think I'm feeling it. And then I looked down, the same thing was happening at the bottom. And then I stood up, I looked in the mirror, pupils, gigantic. They were so big, and I just started smiling like, oh my god, I'm fucking feeling it. It hit. And then I told Skully, and Skully looked at my eyes. Did you see how big they were?
I did, but I had no experience with LSD at that point, so I really didn't know what I was looking for.
Yeah, and then I remember going home, and I didn't have anything to do, so I thought I would sleep it off, but turns out you can't sleep when you're on LSD. It keeps you awake. So I was just watching Bill Burr specials, and his face was morphing the whole time, so it made it even more funny. And then at one point I was just questioning the person I am and what has happened to me.
Makes you think, huh?
Yeah. That might have,
when you're alone, I assume.
That's what might have started my journey on like spirituality. Like, why am I this way? How do I help myself? Anyway, those are the only drugs I think. What about you? What would you try?
Still on LSD. Our second experience, we took it together at my home, and we watched Doctor Strange. We watched Doctor Strange. That was pretty cool. I don't remember it. All I remember is seeing that bald lady's face morph into a praying mantis. That's all I could see and remember from that. Couldn't sleep. That frustrated me because I tried to sleep but I couldn't. We made food. Food did not taste the same for me.
Eating pineapple tripped me the fuck out.
Yeah, it's a little disgusting.
Before we took it, we actually like took the tab and we started to walk around the neighborhood, and we went to a park, and that's where we discovered a bee nest the size of a basketball
Massive beehive
underneath the playground. And Skully over here was feeling adventurous, getting real close to it.
Hardcore.
And he got so close you could hear the humming of the bees.
You have a recording. You could just hear the buzzing of their wings.
It's terrifying. It was kind of like a warning buzz. It sounded almost like that.
Oh, I didn't know there's warning buzzes.
No, I don't think there is. I'm just saying that's what it sounded like to me.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I was already terrified and I was already scared. But yeah, and then we went home. We watched Doctor Strange. I had already seen it, but I just wanted to experience it while tripping.
Yeah, it was an okay experience. I would suggest if you do try to take LSD, be with a babysitter so that you can go outside.
They could take you somewhere where there's nature.
Yeah, because it's kind of boring when you got nothing to do inside a room.
Have an activity, some sort of art is also...
Mm-hmm. Answering your question, what other drugs I would want to do? I would also want to take mushies.
Mushrooms?
Yeah. But I've heard mushrooms come to you, you don't go to it.
Yeah, you can't really seek it out.
Yeah, that's where I would wait until somebody offers me, or until I find somebody that's selling. You know, I would never look around and be like, oh, I'm fiending for some mushies right now. No, thank you. But I would also want to try DMT.
Like the real DMT.
And ayahuasca, same difference, I believe. But yeah, those are the main ones. I would never go hardcore drugs, never do cocaine, would never do heroin, never do speed. I would never want a robo trip, which is when you drink a bunch of Robitussin. Apparently you feel a high. That's about it. Psychedelics. I'm down for psychedelics.
Yeah,
that's about it.
I think I'm the same.
Else. I don't know how to segue this into a different topic.
I do. When you were tripping on LSD, I'll get a segue.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you hear any whispers?
No. Did I?
Did you?
Whispers? No, I did not hear any whispers. Did you hear any whispers?
No, but I was just asking because there's different dimensions and different things hiding in different dimensions around the same place as you.
Wow, that's a little paranormal.
Which brings us to our next topic.
The paranormal.
That's the only segue I could come up with.
Yeah. Do you have any experiences with the paranormal?
I wouldn't say me personally. I say my family does.
Okay.
I feel like the eldest child, my brother, he was very connected with like that side. He would always talk about people he didn't know or meet that were like in our family, and he would describe them to my mom, and my mom would be like, "Yeah, that is how they look. How do you know?"
And your mom, how does your mom know?
How does my mom know what her family member looks like?
Oh, okay. I thought like ghosts and stuff.
No.
Oh, okay.
There was this time where we had recently moved to this house, and he was experiencing a lot of insomnia. He couldn't sleep, and when he would also have sleep paralysis.
Looks like never had that.
And there is this one time where he said he saw a ghost figure walking in our hallway, and there was nobody there. He woke up one day with scratches, I think, on his back or his arm. I'm not too sure.
Fun time.
Yeah, and my mom was like, "Oh no, this is not it." So she got that holy water. She saged the whole house. She prayed in every corner, no demons in this house, oh Lord, whatever. And he didn't have any nightmares after that.
Oh, so the cleansing actually worked?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I feel like my mom is very religiously strong.
Okay. Her belief is strong?
Yeah. She went to a nun school. She's always praying every single day. Like, as on her drive from home to work, she prays for everybody in her life.
That's nice.
And she has a lot of experience too, like with the paranormal. But me personally, no, I don't.
Would you say you believe it?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Like angels, ghosts, spirits, demons.
There's different dimensions on which different things. I feel like a lot of people can see them, but you have to be at that certain vibration in order to see them. Like, I heard that angels are at a higher level, but God is beyond them. Like, there's different stages. I don't know if people can see ghosts, but do I believe that they are real? Yeah. And they can move objects and stuff? Yeah.
Let me say my point, because I'm thinking of something and I don't want to forget.
Alright, my right ear started ringing.
What does that mean to the people?
So if your left ear rings, that means that there is like a past relative that has passed on that's trying to contact you, and if it's on the right, there's an angel trying to contact you.
And if you don't believe that, it means one of your hairs is dying.
Yeah, that's what that means. That you're getting old and your hearing is being left.
So yeah, do I believe in it? Somewhat, because I've had experiences where I hear I've woken up to someone whispering my name in my ear, my bed being pushed down, seeing a face in the dark as when I woke up at like 3 a.m.
Ooh, that's scary.
Mm-hmm. My brother, when he was younger, he said he heard a baby cry, because we used to have a door leading to the backyard in my room, and he heard a little boy crying at the steps.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Ooh, that gave me chills.
Yeah, those are my experiences. So when I say that, people are like, "How do you not believe it?" Well, I mean, my mind could have played tricks on me. I was asleep during all these times, so yeah. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Would I like to believe it? Hell yeah, I would like to believe there's other different types of life forms with us. Not just humans who are extremely weak and can die from anything at any time.
Yeah. It's nice to feel like we're not the only thing here. Mm-hmm. It's nice to know that.
It is nice to know that for some people.
For some people, yeah, you're right.
Other people would just think, what are we? Or wow. I don't know why I was leading to that.
But no, other people would be like, you're crazy. You belong in the loony bin for thinking that way. Mm-hmm. And it's okay if you're not awake. I'm not gonna force you to wake up. I'm gonna wake up without you.
There you go.
Some people don't wake up in this lifetime, and that's sad.
Stay woke, y'all. But my thought before I forget, how do you feel about mediums? Do you think they're real? Being able to contact family members, or spirits, that is, not just family members.
Yeah, I believe.
They can speak to them.
Yeah, I believe
you think
that.
Really?
Yeah, there's like different types of clairvoyance, clairaudience, like different forms of receiving messages, and I feel like sometimes you could hear them, sometimes you could see them. You could be like the one that has all of them, which is OP. You're also a favorite.
God, well.
Yeah. But I do believe that they can have like messages sent to them. Maybe they're more open to receive them than other people, and that's why others don't get them. Why? What do you think? Do you think it's a hoax?
Some, yes, I do believe they're a hoax.
I definitely think there's people that take advantage of people who believe in mediums, and then they
just like psychics,
like con artists.
psychic con artist, I feel like they go hand in hand. Sometimes, maybe there could be real psychics out there, but I'm not so sure. Just like mediums, I'm not so sure if they're real. Because how can you prove that? I don't know. That's just my beliefs.
So if let's say you go to a medium, and let's say I passed away, right? Years later, you go to a medium, and I send a message through the medium of something personal that nobody else would ever know, and the medium's like, Kronk is calling you Yzma for some reason. Would you be like, what the hell?
But it's never that straightforward. They always ask you questions. It's like, oh, has someone passed in your lifetime? It's like,
that's different.
Yes, someone has died in my past life, in my life.
There's different types, so I feel like maybe what you've seen is not the right kind of psychic or medium. I think there's some that don't need to ask, and they just are like, hey.
They just know.
Yeah, like, hey, this is gonna sound crazy.
You see, in that case, I would believe it. If I was just walking down the street and somebody stopped me like, your grandpapa is trying to talk to me.
Yeah, there's this guy that I've seen on TikTok, who gets messages from beyond. He'll be like just dining somewhere, and he's like getting bugged by a spirit or something, and he's like, I have to tell you, like, so and so, and yeah.
Oh wow. So that isn't where we stop from this topic, but we will have a breaker.
Intermittent?
Yeah. So this is where I chose one of the topics. I am really into history.
Alright, nerd.
Hey, shut up.
Leave the things in the past.
No, because if you don't know history, you're deemed to repeat it. You're doomed to repeat it.
Okay, I don't know history. You gotta
that's
teach
exactly
me.
What's happening
You gotta
now.
teach me then. Teach me, oh wise one.
So I had a segment, and I'm not gonna say it because I will use it soon. But the segment I will be saying is called. Damn, I'm butchering it. I'm sorry.
All right, redo.
The segment I will be doing is called Honest History.
Honest History.
Mm-hmm. That's where I do a little searching and I read some passages of history that I find funny or honest, stuff you don't get taught at school.
For those of you that are questioning why we have to specify honest, it's because we live in America where we aren't taught different things, and we're told that America is great and has been the good guy, when in fact we are the Fire Nation.
Yeah, did you know Texas has its own history?
No.
Yeah, they don't teach the same thing we learn.
Is it... How different is it?
Completely different. I don't know the specifics, but I've heard it's not the same at all.
Is it more racist than the history
I don't know.
learn,
If you want to learn, you would have to do your own research. I'm not so bright on that topic. I just know it's different.
Well, that's why we call it honest history, because we don't get the honest history in the U.S. school system. We get fed lies about why everyone else sucks.
Yeah, so I would suggest doing your own research on whatever you want to learn. Don't trust what people tell you. That is all. You don't have to trust me, what I'm going to tell you, but definitely listen, because it's an experience. Let me read you a little passage here.
Okay.
In 80 AD, historians named, I'm gonna butcher it, but please don't judge me, Flavius Josephus.
Flavius Josephus.
He wrote down the first possible mooning. For those who don't know what mooning is, it is when you pull down your garment and show your whole ass to somebody.
That's fucking funny.
Alright, so yes. Jewish pilgrims went over to Jerusalem for Passover.
Okay.
Alright?
It's a Jewish holiday, Passover.
Yeah. So on the parapets, that's where like a high stand where people walk around to see below. There were Roman soldiers keeping an eye on the Jews, right? On the Jewish pilgrims. So tensions were high. Tensions were high already. So for some reason, a Roman soldier pulled down his garments and showed his ass making fart noises.
No. Making fart noises or farting?
Making fart noises. I'm not sure. Either or, right? It's blasphemous, I'm sure, back then, showing your ass to strangers.
Right.
So yeah. So because the Roman did that, it started a riot.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine your ass cheeks creating a riot?
It's not even done.
Oh, go continue.
This is the last point, but it's pretty bad. As the riot ended, the Romans killed thousands of Jews.
No.
Yeah. You believe that?
You could cut the tension with a knife, but you cut the cheese instead.
I hate you. No. I'll give you that one. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, imagine that.
And
imagine that. Just because you showed your ass. Just some asshole.
No, some dude showed you his booty cheeks and you wanted to punch him in the booty cheek and they killed you, your whole family.
You were in a holy place for the Jews.
Jerusalem.
Imagine. Yeah.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Yeah, and you just showed
during
your
a
ass.
holiday too. Oh no, that's sad. That's fucked. Actually, may they rest in peace.
Oh, definitely.
Fuck that guy that moved.
I hope he died during that riot. He started it. I hope he fucking burned in it. It's crazy. Yeah, that was the first on his history. Second on his history of the podcast. I'm gonna read you another segment. They have nothing to do with each other. They're just all different.
Okay.
Remember that, yeah. So, Cormania was a bizarre medieval phenomenon, made them spontaneous and continuous dancing by crowds of people until they collapsed through exhaustion or worse died.
Cormania?
Cormania, yeah. Yeah, Coromania. So, that was the definition, right? You dance uncontrollably.
In crowd until you collapse?
Yes.
Okay.
So, it was regularly reported...
Do you know what kind of dance they were doing?
It wasn't like a choreographed dance. It
wasn't like a flash mob type of thing.
No, it wasn't anything like that. No.
But they weren't doing like one single dance, like if they all did the Egyptian together.
No, I don't think so.
Like
Let me read the whole passage and...
Like the Caballo Dorado.
I hate you. It was regularly reported by eyewitnesses. So people saw this. It wasn't just like, it's not a story. People saw this. It was witnessed.
Okay.
Yeah. It was contagious.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was contagious. It started in June 1374. That was the biggest outbreak. It started in Germany and it spread all through Cologne, Flanders, Ulrich, and later Italy. There was another outbreak in July 1518. So it survived centuries.
No.
Yeah. It began in the streets with a lady named Frau Trafia. Sorry again if I'm butchering it. And within 4 days, 33 others joined her.
She's gonna dance out of her grave and slap you. That's not my name! Continue, sorry.
Yeah. Within 4 days of her getting Cromania.
14 days?
4 days.
4 days.
33 had joined her.
She got moves to attract people too.
Within months, 400 had joined her.
Hell yeah.
And many died of heart attacks.
Hell yeah.
Hell no.
Hell no.
So, many people think the dancing was caused from muscle spasms, uncontrollable muscle spasms.
But how is that contagious? Imagine you're like in your house, you peep out the window, you see people dancing, and you have to dance out of your house to join them, and you can't
That's
stop.
what I don't get. Maybe it was airborne? Something they might have eaten? Because back then, they could have eaten something that had worms or something. That can affect your muscles.
This crowd of people
Crowd
just
of
fucking
people,
dancing
yeah.
and dying. They wouldn't sleep? Can you sleep while you dance? Because they get tired?
No, because your body needs to also sleep. So if your muscles are moving,
Oh shit.
that's why people died of exhaustion.
And people couldn't like tie him down, so they wouldn't.
I don't know the actual details to it because there's not really.
Did anybody ever try any
detailed report.
treatment, or you just know that people died and that happened?
People died and that happened. Many people thought it was a curse.
That's what I was
From a
just about to
saint,
say.
yeah.
I was just about to say that it was probably some sort of ritual that went wrong, some sort of like.
Oh wow.
Because that sounds like a curse. But you said Germany, Ulrich, other places.
Italy, yeah, it spread.
Yeah,
throughout
so
the
that's I don't know.
And it survived centuries, so I don't know if curses can survive that long.
I don't know either.
And that's your segment, Honest History with Skully.
Wow. And just a little bonus one. Pocahontas was actually, I think, 14 or something.
Oh yeah, all the Disney princesses are teenagers. All of them, every single one.
Disgusting.
Very disgusting, especially with the climate we have going on right now with Hollywood and their pedophilia.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag Pizzagate. If you know, you know.
If you don't, research it.
We are too scared to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll stop.
Alright.
But yeah.
That was a good segment. I like it. I feel like I'm being educated and also
Thank
terrified about what I haven't been
I hope
educated
the people
on.
also enjoy it. There'll be more different ones. It's not, you know.
Let us know
It'll
if
be
you've
different.
ever heard of any of the stories from history that Skully here said.
Or if you want us to
If any shocked you.
find more details in one, let us drop a little name of something that happened in history.
Yeah, you could tell us what topic. We'll research it for you and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
More than happy to do that.
On to the paranormal, since we're not done with that.
Oh, right.
Aliens, since they are, not normal.
Well, are they not normal now? Because CIA released a lot of things that said, yeah, basically all the time. And there's like this one thing that said if all of them took off their like camouflage, that the sky would be filled with a bunch of ships. So it's not paranormal, it's just nobody talked about it in reality. Like, they all thought it was a joke, that it was all a hoax, that people who did think about aliens and did believe in aliens were crazy. Oh, look at them with their tinfoil hats.
That was also brought up by the government. Tinfoil hats, trying to dispute.
Yeah, I believe
conspiracy. The word conspiracy was actually made by the government.
Yep, just so you can quote unquote not believe it, even though it's truth. And if you don't believe it, you should watch this Netflix original called Hangar 1, where they basically
so weird.
Hangar 1.
Hangar 1.
Hangar 1, whatever. Where they basically explain all of the UFO files that they released recently. And it's, again, terrifying. They also came out with a lot of documents about telekinesis and like holograms, astral projection.
I was gonna ask you if you believed, but your little tangent here
Gave you the answer?
Yeah, kind of gave me the answer to it.
Do I believe what?
Aliens.
Of course I do. Do you believe aliens?
I do. I like to believe it, right? I haven't seen it with my own eyes. Until then, kind of still 50-50. Like, yeah, I hope there's something living out there. I hope something helped us build our society.
Pyramids. The
Our
Egyptians.
pyramids, yeah. But, I just never truly know until there's an alien or a UFO in front of me.
Wow.
Because, with nowadays, editing any video is possible and making it look real.
I don't know. I still believe it.
That's
Regardless
fine,
of the
that's
fact
awesome.
that there is editing software.
Do you believe aliens are among us? Like running the world?
I do. I believe that there are 7 different types of species of aliens.
Do you know all of them?
I don't know. I don't know all of them. I know that
You know
there's
some of them.
sort of, kind of, sort of.
Do you mind saying them?
I do mind. So I don't
Oh,
want.
you do? Okay.
I don't want to hit, but I don't want to price on my head.
Well, I'll let you know the ones I know. How about that?
Okay.
I know there are these Swedish-looking ones, where they got the long blonde hair. They look like humans.
Mhm.
The short gray people.
Mhm.
The lizard reptilians.
Mhm.
I believe that's it. Those are the only 3 I've heard of.
Yeah, I think we're on the same boat, and I believe that some people are aliens
Oh, interesting.
that walk among us. They're either that or part of the simulation. Because, come on, there's people.
Like reptilian people, or?
Reptilian people are the ones that are in power.
Oh, okay.
I feel like a lot of people in power are aliens. If not, they're satanic worshippers, which is... They kind of go hand in hand in terms of evil.
Yeah, because I heard the Men in Black are actually aliens.
I could see that.
Yeah,
Aliens.
because there are reports and recordings that they're like tall, white people, always having sunglasses and a hat. And if whoever talks to them, they always get this eerie feeling. And there's this video where this man pointed at a female, and she just like stood up and like she was being mind controlled.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah. For those who don't know what Men in Black are, it's exactly like the movie Men in Black, but 10 times scarier. They will come to your house if you ever report alien sightings or put videos online. Apparently, that's what they do. I haven't seen them in real life, but many people out there say they have. Those aliens, though, there's a bunch of aliens reportings of the floating orbs, floating orb lights.
Oh yeah.
Would you say those are spirits or aliens?
Aliens.
So would you say angels are aliens since they come from above, or angels are aliens? My bad, excuse me.
No. I think that they're in a different dimension, in a different plane than us, and Earth works at a certain vibration where we aren't allowed to see them, but I mean, I guess you can classify them as aliens, but I don't think they like come down from above. I think they just appear.
I do believe aliens live in the ocean, though.
Ooh, I do believe that also.
Yeah, because we know nothing of the ocean.
20%?
Something like that, right? It's a very, very low percentage that we've discovered in the ocean.
It's terrifying. I heard this theory that right in the middle of the ocean, or near the Antarctica? Somewhere, where we're not allowed.
North Pole. Yeah.
We're not allowed there. There's this portal to this like other universe where there's a bunch of creatures and gods and all that. And that got me thinking, like, who the fuck ever got to the center of the earth? Nobody. So how do we know that's the end of it?
Oh, what the fuck? I never even thought of that. That's very true. Well, then again, everything, the theory of gravity, the theory of science, everything's just a theory, you know?
And time
is all man-made.
It's an illusion.
Yeah, the brain named itself.
The brain named itself. The voice that you hear in your head isn't you.
You have like 3 different voices, right?
You aren't you.
Your subconscious, your conscious, and the voice you hear.
Yes, but you are the observer. You're not the person.
So we're just a bag of bones?
That's your vessel, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My vessel?
Mm-hmm.
I want to pimp out my vessel.
Do it! What's stopping you? Nothing.
But yeah, I feel like we've gone on a tangent. We just spoke about too many things. Yeah, pals. Looks like it's about that time again.
Again.
Yeah. I don't know if that's good for you, if you wanted to hear us stop talking, but...
If you don't want us to stop, make sure to hit that like button to let us know.
Yeah, if you stuck around to the end, we both want to thank you.
Thank
and
you.
let you know that you're...
Extra cute. extra.
Thank you. Yeah, you're extra cute for making it this far. Look at us. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Not me.
Not me. But yeah, thank you. If you want us to talk about certain topics, let us know in the comments below. Till next time.
Bye.
Deuces.